Hello again, this is Tina. I'm back. I found my fluff and I got my coffee and I'm just wheeling up to the table. So if you bought the add-on package, I supply you with some polyfill. But I mean, if you're generally a crafter, you'll probably have this around. So that's why it's part of the add-on. So I am going to start with, oops. Put that there with the embroidery floss. This is just a red. Pull that off. And I always like to embroider pretty much for everything. I like 2 strands. I find 3 strands can get a little thick looking. So you gotta pull off 2 strands. Do this slowly if you're not, if this is your first time working with the floss, because it can get kind of tangled. And then it would just be a challenge. So pulling that off, and I'm going to put the rest of it aside, and then take my embroidery needle and get that threaded in. And tie a knot. This is the kind of knot I was always taught to tie, but you can just tie a regular knot. All right, so we're going to start with the gnome body. So put that pattern piece aside. I am left-handed, so you'll probably come at this if you're right-handed from the other direction. But I'm just going to do a whip stitch around. And you get to suffer with me in this video because unless I can figure out a way to speed this up afterwards during editing, which I'm not very good at, you get to just watch me do this. I'm just going to do it quickly. And of course there's all this debris around. Oh my god, it's so hot in here right now. Of course, I'm sure it doesn't help that I'm drinking a hot cup of coffee too. I'm really excited to get this video up, the instructions posted for these little guys, because I think you're gonna have fun making them, and they're just perfect for the tree. Nice little stocking stuffers you can make for your family, friends. And I really think anyone can make them because, again, you just need to be able to stitch like I am. Oops. Of course I got a bit of a knot. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, so you're going to leave this top part open for stuffing. So I'm just going to go a couple times up here. And at this point, you can cut the string, knot it off, whatever else. I am kind of lazy for that, and I've got my glue gun right here. So I'm literally just going to do this because I hate making knots. And I'm just going to cut it there because that part will be covered over anyways, okay? And I'm going to save this thread on here because we will be going onto the arms after I get this body stuffed. So I do apologize now if I go slightly out of order to the instructions. Like I said, I wrote them last night. I think I kind of remember my order, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. So I'm going to take some stuffing and start to go into that body. Make sure that that's dry if you used a glue gun, otherwise it's going to rip open on you. So if you're having problems getting this in, you can do several things. You can just take smaller bunches of stuffing and push them in. I'll just move those aside. Or if you have like a bamboo skewer around or something like this, that can help you. If you have a purple fang, which I retail in my store, it's this nifty little stuffing tool, you can use that. All sorts of things. But this hole, it's not so small. I've got big hands, so Most of you will probably be fine doing this. I don't like to overstuff him because, I don't know, I just go until I think he's cute. He definitely needs more. Still want more. I stop every once in a while and have a look at his body shape, if you're happy with it. I'm kind of liking this. I'm just sort of shaping the stuffing in there. And I'm just going to do that little bit of a neck part, and then he's done. At least that part's done. So after this, I think I put the beard on, and I'm going to use my glue gun. Again, if you're not comfortable with the glue gun, you can use white glue. You can even just sew it on with some thread if you don't even want to glue. Totally fine. I'm just obsessed with my glue gun, and it's so fast. But it does, you do run the risk of wrecking things if you're not so comfortable if you blob the glue and stuff. So that's up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so he's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go back and grab my gnome beard, and I'm going to line him up along this top and kind of towards the two edges like that. And again, you can sew this in place. You can use the craft glue, or you can use the gun and flip this over. There you go. Okay, step one is done. So cute. Okay, so put the body aside. Let's work on those hands, or the arms. Okay, so arm piece goes over there, and I have my two little hands. Don't get them mixed up with your with your mustache pieces. Those are a little bit bigger. Okay, so I've got these four. I'm just going to lay them out, and I need to place. So this is where you can decide how long you want the hand. You can either put them down there so that when you cover it over, you got these long wispy hands, or you can position this higher up for shorter. You could probably play also with cutting this down a little bit. Maybe I'll try that too, just to give you another idea of what you can do. So take some of the length out and kind of do the same length here. I like to kind of twirl it a little bit so that it doesn't look like it's cut straight across. There. Okay, so we might just do that. Again, it's totally up to you. And I like to twist them around. So that gets glued there and or sewn in place. Okay, and then afterwards this will end up getting assembled on top. So you got, that's one hand. This got some loose fluff on it. Fluff everywhere. Okay. This guy, you don't need a lot of glue, just enough to tack things together. Okay, there you go. Oh, so much fluff. Okay, so these I'm gonna start in one corner and work my way around. I don't bother sewing across here because the stuffing's not going to come out. I don't overstuff these. A nice way to do this is I come in, I hope I'm not blurring, but not too close to the camera. I come in behind like that so that my knot gets kind of hidden in between. And I don't know what just came through there. It must have been a piece of fluff, but it's fine. Everything's fine there. So again, I'm just gonna whip stitch with the fluff falling through and a whip stitch around. Oh my god, I need a vacuum for this table. And basically I'm gonna go 3/4 of the way and then I'm gonna start to stuff them. I don't like to go heavily stuffed on the arm, just a little bit, just to give it like a little bit of form. But if you go too much, I think that the arms would stick out too far from the body. And I mean, you obviously can do what you want, but I like the look of this. So I'm gonna stop one more stitch maybe. Okay, and then I'm gonna start to stuff this. I'm gonna come in there and start to stuff them. Again, take small pieces, you can roll them around. And I mean, hey, if you've got a pair of scissors, you can also use that to help push the stuffing in. Like I said, bamboo skewer, purple thing, whatever you have. Pencil, the end of a pencil, the eraser end works. Yeah. And I think that's good. Like I don't like to overdo it. So I'm gonna come down here and close him up. And again, I'm going to do the lazy way and just do this because I know it's going to be hidden when I put the trim on. So, but again, you can knot off. I just have to do the same for the side. So again, I'm going to come inside. Okay. I apologize if my fingernails aren't, you know, pristine, beautiful looking. They are not dirty. Well, they kind of are. They, I garden a lot and I was just getting the last plants in yesterday and it just, I don't always wear gloves and it kind of stains my hands because my hands are a bit dry and calloused. And anyways, sometimes I avoid showing them in videos and things because I just sometimes feel like I can't get them clean in the summer. Well, they are clean, but they're like almost stained by the soil. Okay. Because you needed to know that. All right, so this one, whoops, I'm going to do the same thing there. Clip this off and put that aside. I'm gonna work on the hat next. Just separating. Oh, one moment.